Let my hair go.
I'm not leaving.
Let it go.
I'm not leaving. You got me.
I got the message. I done paid you exactly what you asked for.
Greed. There is nothing greed cannot cost you. There is really nothing it cannot cost you. And that's exactly what Mama's Gifted Hands, or whatever their name is called, is actually is getting right now. Okay, so a lot of Black Americans are boycotting African Braider shop just because of these people, because of people like her. Every time there is an issue, these are the people that always puts most Africans in the limelight. Like I always say, Africa is not a country, it's a continent. But at the end of the day, they will say it's all Africans because of people like this giving Africans bad names. Because tell me the reason why $50 will make you drag someone's hair so bad. Like, it's so bad. Like, let's call a spade a spade. I'm feeling so sad for that lady, and she has the right to sue or do anything right now. Her $50 is going to cost her over 50,000 at the end of this whole buhaha. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let these videos roll, then we'll come back with more commentary. Credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
Y'all, a Birmingham hairstylist really threw her whole business away over $50. That's literally what happened. A client showed up with the exact $200. The stylist herself confirmed through text. No confusion, no hidden fees, but instead of clearing up whatever misunderstanding she suddenly had, this stylist decided to put her hands on the woman. The video says everything. You can see the client getting dragged so hard she walked out with a bald spot. Like, you can literally see her hair sitting on the floor. It got so out of hand that the police had to show up and tell the stylist point blank, "You can't do that." Imagine needing the cops to remind you that assaulting a paying customer is not part of running a salon. And all of this was over $50. Not a chargeback, not a scam, just a pricing switch up the stylist caused by saying one thing in a text and demanding something different in person. Now she's looking at a potential lawsuit. And honestly, with the dragging, the door being blocked, the client not being allowed to leave, that's giving false imprisonment, and depending on how the statements line up, maybe even extortion. These hair horror stories y'all keep sharing are getting out of control. Some stylists are acting like clients are the enemy instead of the reason they have a business in the first place. Something has to change, because ripping someone's hair out over $50 isn't just unprofessional, it's straight up greed on another level.
So Mama Gifted Hands is in jail, and not just Mama Gifted Hands, 2 of her workers is in jail. And I'm going to tell y'all how $50 is going to turn into $50,000. And as a business owner, you have to move different out here. So Mama Gifted Hands told this lady $200, okay? And we know after she got done or whatever the case may be, she wanted to charge the lady $50 more. But this is what you told her over the phone. Maybe that's all the lady had. Maybe that, and even if that's not all she had, that's what you told her, okay? So then you wants to rip this lady hair when it's time for her to go. This is what you told me. I'm not paying extra, whoop this, whatever the case may be. Africans are already under the radar. We already know attitudes, blah, whoop this. Now, the Africans that braided my hair, I must say they were beautiful people inside and out. They treated me very nice, okay? Now, I'm not saying all Africans are like that, but they do be having a little attitude. And I said I was one of the ones to say that a lot of African women do not like black women, okay? Keep that in mind. My video went viral. But anyway, and I'm going to say this again. The Africans that I went to, they were very beautiful, respectful. They was very nice to me. I must say that. But anyway, this $50 is going to cost her $50,000, because now you have to get out of jail. You have to bond these other ladies. I'll probably help them get out of jail. You have to get a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Court fees and all the above. And plus, on top of that, you're going to have to end up paying this lady. And you're going to lose customers, because a lot of people are not going to want to come back to you. So as a business owner, you have to watch the way that you move. So you would have lost out on that $50, but now you're going to lose out on $50,000. So you have to make it make sense, okay? She's not going to win nowhere around the board at all. You know what I'm saying? You really have lost. So make sure as a business owner, you make decisions, you know, for your business and what's best for you is what I'm saying. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed to J-Lo.
Mama Gifted Hands. Did you honestly think that your business gonna be back up booming and operating like it's supposed to after what you done did to this customer? Because how in the hell you go from confirming that the braids is $200 and then you're gonna tell the girl it's gonna be $250 instead? Make that make sense. When I saw that video of her having a nice full grip of the customer's hair, all because she won't give her the extra $50, even though it has been confirmed that the braids was gonna be $200. Like, when I tell you the customer had a lot more patience than anybody, especially myself, even though she was able to get actual footage, and yes, they was going back and forth because, baby, it would take everything in me to drag her ass on the ground. There ain't no way you're going to have my hair locked up like that and trying to get $50 out of me, because it is not that serious. Because, one, you didn't told the girl in the text message, we saw the screenshot, the text message saying that those knotless braids, Bohemian knotless braids was going to be $200, and you want to charge her an extra $50 because of the type of hair you was using. It was human hair you had used. Why don't you just tell her that before you even put it in? I mean, isn't that Get confirmation, see if the customer still want to put the type of hair that you had chose to put in her head. Like, why would you hold her hair like that, and then all because you can't get $50 out of her? And then not only you was holding the girl's head like in a nice grip, y'all actually locked her inside the shop so she won't go nowhere. So not only you got charged for assault, but you also got charged for kidnapping. So not only you end up getting arrested, now you 2 other employees that got arrested as well. So, and then now people really boycotting your shop, and then your business gonna be going down the ground because there's no way in hell that you gonna come out of this. This is really bad business for you, hun. Now, I never got my hair braided from an African shop, but I have heard that some Africans are known to do that. A lot of times they do tend to get physical, and they do have attitude. Some of them, not all of them now, so don't come for me when I say all of them. Say some of them. Some are known to do that. So, but this right here is ridiculous, and I'm actually glad that she did press charges. They are locked up right now. I hope they got their paperwork up and in order and all of that, because this is not going to look good for them at the end. And this is actually a felony charge, what they didn't do, especially considered definitely a kidnapping charge on top of that. So, yeah, this you really down bad for what you did. And I know the customer is for sure is going to sue Mama's Gifted Hands for what she did, because even if the service itself is $200, and the type of hair that you was going to put, the type of human hair you was going to put in her head for the curl pattern, you could at least ask for this. Now, this is going to be an extra $50 and see if the customer is okay with that. I mean, get a confirmation from the customer, see she's okay to pay the extra $50. But according to the text messages, you told her that it's gonna be $200 to get the Bohemian knotless braids, and that was agreeable. And I'm actually glad that she did show the cop that and she did show that she did pay her for those $200 for that service. And cop was like, well, she paid for the service, so and then I hated that most of her hair got pulled out. So yeah, this is not gonna end well for Mama's Gifted Hands. So I already know her shop probably gonna be closed down. She's gonna lose a lot of customers. She got a lot of bad reviews. So this is a lesson learned for her. And
did y'all see that video, that African braiding shop, Mama's Gifted Hands in Birmingham, Alabama? The lady went in to get her hair braided. She texted the lady and asked her how much is it for, Bohemian braid. Gave her a price of $200. The lady gets her hair done. Then the lady tells her, after she put human hair in her hair, that it was going to be an extra $50. So I guess the lady, her name is Justice, didn't want to pay the extra $250, because first of all, you should have told her ahead of time, if you use human hair, it's going to be an extra $50. Honey, that broad pulled that woman's hair, holding on to her hair, and wouldn't let her leave the shop. I hope Mama's Gifted Hands, I hope that woman sue you and take you for everything you got, because to sit up there and pull and hold her hair like that over $50, Wench, you got a lot of nerve.
Like I always say, if whatever you do, just make sure you stay out of greed. The more you become greedy, the time you become greedy, you lose the important part of your life. You lose the sense of humor. You lose integrity. Greed causes a lot of things for a lot of people. Most people suffering today is because of what greed has cost them. They are where they are because of greed. And I'm so surprised that you had a meeting, you had like a chat with a customer, and you guys agreed on a particular amount of money, which is $200. And all of a sudden, you are telling that customer, no, it's $250 because you used human hair. What were you supposed to use? And even if the prices changed because of the products you're using, why don't you relate that to the customer peacefully? And not talking to the customer like you're even supposed to tell the customer before using whatever and say, okay, we're not going to use this. This is for 200. This is for 250. And the customer will understand. So they make a decision. But you went ahead, used it, and think you can now, impose a $50 on her, something that was no agreement. And yet, you guys locked up your shop and, that's extortion. Try to take from her under false pretense, because there was no way I will pay you extra money after an agreement. So many of you are the major reason why this whole boycott is happening between you guys. I don't know why you go to another man's country and you will not obey the law of that country. You decide to obey or impose your own laws. Does it even make sense? It doesn't make sense. We expect these people to come to our own countries and, obey the laws. But when you go there, you become something else. No wonder a lot of them are not saying that Africans do not like them and all that. I'm not part of those Africans. And many of us are not, okay? We're not brought up in that way. And for me to say it, I've said in my previous video, I'm saying it again. Most of these people acting abnormal is on them, not on Africans. So sometimes when you say Africa has how many countries in total? So at the end of the day, even if it's just one country that is causing this whole thing, it is not still the whole country that you have to generalize. It's still that person. The person has a poor upbringing, or have refused to be tutored or mentored, or have refused to go get themselves checked. There is a mental health issue somewhere. That person needs to be checked if something is wrong. Because nobody in their right senses will do what that lady did to that black lady. Nobody. You see what I keep saying? You go to other people's country, align with the wrong set of people, and try to, stand as if you are somebody from there, forgetting that you are an immigrant. Either she gets deported, or if there's a bond, she gets to pay and all of. Like, I'm just here wondering why somebody would be so cruel to that extent. Now, lots of African Americans are saying boycott African Braider shop. People are entering our shop, making videos and saying, don't come to this place and all of that. Not all African braiders are like that, I know. And I will say it. I don't think every one of them is like that. But this lady, she has an issue. But some of them would rather fix their issue, rather, impose their issues on other people. They will never try to, find out what their problems are, try to fix where they are wrong, check themselves. How can you even open a shop like a salon and start acting like someone who has issues here? Like, how can you? You deal with human hair every day. So there's this braider I make my hair from here, right? So I always go there to make my hair. So one day I went there and she was just acting like we've had issues before or something. You tell her, oh, this is painful. Can you? She'll be like, oh, it's the hair. It's not my pain. I'm not the cause. It's not me. I think it's because your hair is too soft, or because your scarf is too soft. Blah 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 blah. So when she finished talking, I just told her, I say, you know what? Lose the hair. I'm going to pay you, but lose the hair. Like, I was so angry that day. I got angry. She has been acting abnormal, just acting different ways. I just told her, I say, you know what? Lose the ones you have made already. I'm going to pay. And she said she has already used some, the extensions that she used, that she's already opened it and she has cut it and all that. I said, I'm going to pay for the extensions. Lose the damn hair. I'm not doing it again. And that was it. I carried my load. I paid and I left. Some of you just have issues. I don't know. I don't know. But I think most of these braiders just need to go check themselves. Patient level, 0. Like, so it's not on every braider. I currently use a particular braider. I think you guys can see I went on locks because I usually have, painful. My hair is always painful. So I always have pain each time I'm making my hair. So what I try to do is to maintain a particular braider. If I'm comfortable with you, I'm comfortable with you. I'll just stay. That's what I do. So when I went on locks. If you watch my previous video, you see that I use a lock to braid my hair because I just wanted to change my look, right? So I have a particular person that comes to the house, make the hair, and do you get? Now I'm comfortable with that person. Where I lock my hair, I've tried different places. The other places were painful. I don't know what they were doing, but this particular person I'm using that does my locks, their hand is not even painful. I don't even feel it. I just stay there. In the next 45 minutes, 1 hour, my hair is done and I'm going home. I don't feel pain. Like, I sleep with it, do everything. But the first, second people that made my hair, it was so painful. Like, for like a week, I couldn't even, my hair was so painful. It was paining me. So their attitude when most of them reached out, are like, we've not seen you. You're supposed to relock your hair and all that. Like, your hand is painful. And I was complaining. You didn't even care. So I'm not coming back. I'm a very blunt person, I'll tell you. So when these people start boycotting, guess who they come back to? Even though it's one particular, they say that it's one egg that used to spoil everything. So it's one bad egg now that is spoiling it for other people because it comes back to people who have no issues. Some of you need to get your attitude checked. So Black Americans, we're sorry. This is not on us. It's not on every one of us. It's on that particular lady. That's a very bad attitude. And we are sorry on behalf of every other African living in the US. I'm telling you guys, please forgive them. This is not them. This is not every one of them does not have issues. That lady has issues. And people like her have issues. And whatever thing they do have consequences, so they get to face it. She's been arrested as alongside some of her staff. So they got to face whatever thing they got to face. Greed is so bad. Because of $50? Oh my God. It's so bad. You guys let me know what you want to take in the comment. Let's have that conversation. Please consider subscribing and do give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much guys for watching and see you all next time.